All right, today we're going to be doing some DaVinci Resolve in Linux using AMD and open source drivers. Whew, that's a mouthful. But what this does is DaVinci Resolve is really difficult to get working on Linux with that configuration. A lot of people have problems with it. Typically what DaVinci Resolve wants you to do is use Ubuntu 22 with specific closed source NVIDIA drivers on an NVIDIA card. That's like the best configuration for Resolve in Linux. However, I've been using Resolve on my Windows box just fine, and today I wanted to approach this and try it out because I have moved from Final Cut Pro to Resolve, and it is absolutely amazing. So much that I edited a whole live stream. I think it was like a 4 or 5 hour long live stream, and I chopped it up into, I think, 8 different videos, maybe 9 different videos on the Titus Tech Talk channel. Absolutely amazing. Love it. Other piece of news too is besides moving from Final Cut to Resolve, the Discord channel is going really well. I'm enjoying that. That's been great seeing some more activity over there and just kind of interacting with everybody when I'm offline. So great. How's it going? In it, Kahari, or Harry, I just call you. Vera, how you doing? Good morning. We also have some new badges in chat. I've this weekend on Saturday on YouTube members and also Twitch subscribers. I did a whole bunch of different new ranking system for badges that go all the way, kind of using military insignias with the inspiration of it. Obviously slightly modified. So you guys might be noticing some differences on the badges in chat, but that was fun kind of going through. I think there's 14 in total, going all the way up to 5 years. So there's going to be some old school OG people that pop in that are going to look at the side and go, what the hell's up with the badges on the side? That's what's up. There's literally 14 of them, and it took me more time than I care to tell you guys how long it took me to make, as I did it in GIMP. But still, oh man, so great. So let's download some DaVinci Resolve and see how this goes. Oh yeah, and also yesterday's live stream I did miss. Thanks for bringing that up, Yusuf. That was because I had some construction going on here around the house, and it was very noisy. So there was almost, it would have been just a terrible stream with me constantly popping in and out because, I was needed elsewhere. So that's why I didn't stream yesterday. And I kind of took that time to go, you know what, let me just throw on some headphones and just edit a bunch of videos and learn Resolve. So yesterday was just DaVinci Resolve. I worked from, 8 in the morning all the way to like 11 p.m. last night, cutting up. I think at the end of the day, I produced 8 videos to be uploaded. So that was a pretty productive day. Although looking at the audio, going back on those videos, I can do a better job. But it was a lot of cool stuff that I learned with Resolve, specifically making markers in the actual Resolve program that we're going to get into. And then being able to import that as timestamps in time as it uploads directly to YouTube. It'll actually make the markers. So if you watch this live stream over on YouTube, like a week or 2 from now, whenever I upload it, there'll be markers on the whole thing. That's pretty darn cool. Unless it's like a 5-minute video, then I'm like, I'm not making markers for a 5-minute video. If you don't have the attention span to last 5 minutes, what the hell are you doing watching my live streams? Yes, that's not gonna work. Yeah, so it's very, very cool. So that was what's up with that. I am going to do a video on Atlas OS. A lot of people have been asking me about Atlas OS. It's really an interesting. Now, most times my stance on any custom Windows ISO is, hell no, don't do it. Don't you dare download an ISO on. Don't you do it. No, don't you do it. No custom ISOs. But Atlas OS is a special case, and why I make an exception for it is because it's completely GPL compliant, completely open source, meaning we can all just build it ourselves. And that is intriguing because that means we're not downloading an ISO. And, I did see a lot of comments on like my, what was it, Tiny 11 will get you infected video. And people are like, I've been downloading custom ISOs for years and I've never been infected. Yeah, that's like saying I'm a functional drug addict and I don't have a problem. I mean, you probably you're probably already infected and you got a keylogger and you don't even know it. But let's just say everything is okay. You really want to take that gamble, that risk with all your data, your banking information, whatever you're doing on your computer? Bro, that's not only being like a heroin user, that's like reusing needles and doing heroin. That's how bad custom ISOs are when you go download them. Do not do it. So anyways, yeah. Ooh, I like the link there, Ashlyn, with the DaVinci Resolve. So yeah. Oh man. What's up, Jalopy? You troll. All right, so let's start launching into this. Oh, and let's get our chat up too. So we've got that going. We're gonna pull up this one from Ashlyn and see that. Ooh, what do we got? Ooh, I need to uninstall that. So this is Nobara. What? Dude, Glorious Egg Roll is amazing. If you're not familiar with the Nobara project, it's a custom version of Fedora with a lot of gaming presets made by Glorious Egg Roll. Now you're probably thinking, man, that's an amazing name. But Glorious Egg Roll is actually part of Proton GE. You're probably using that. If you game on Linux, you're using a GE style Proton. Well, he also makes an entire distribution. And I've used it. And it's quite good. So, very, very cool. Let's see what he wants to do here. All right. He says download it, unzip it, run it, and that's it. You can run Resolve on your AMD hardware. Well, I think I'm going to disagree with some of this. I think we can do a better job than this. I don't think this is absolutely perfect. So I think we will go, let's just get Resolve 18. And 1 second, let me download. I thought I already downloaded this at one time, but let's see what we got. Did I not? Oh, I'm in the wrong screen. Oh, there we go. I forgot. Okay, I was like, man, why isn't that working? I forgot I was completely, all right. I was on my recording thing, just in case someone followed the channel while I was recording it, it wouldn't pop up. But anyways, we are recording these, and I'm actually just started recording all of my live streams again. Let me put in all my information here. Oh my. Oh my. Let's go. Alrighty, let's just go to download that sucker. All right, we're good. It is downloading. We do need to uninstall. Did I already download this? I already downloaded it. Of course I did. Oh, I saw LTT did a video on Atlas OS. A lot of people have asked me about it, so. Yeah. CTT for when you like consistency without consistency. couldn't have said it better myself, George. Man, I love it. Love it. All right, here we go. Let's extract it. No, we've already extracted. It's actually sitting in my downloads folder. Of course it is. Ah, man, that's hilarious. All right, moving over here. Let's go into downloads. Let's just try and see what happens on an initial run with DaVinci. DaVinci run. Didn't make it happen. So let's see what we got. No authorization protocol specified. Could not load Qt platform XCB even though it was found. This might be a problem as we are using Wayland. So what is the fix for this? Could not load Qt platform plugin XCB, even though it was found. I can't do that. I can't do that, Jalopy. We got to use Wayland. Come on now. Good to hear there, Llama. I'm glad I inspire some people. I love it when people get in and into deck because it's so much fun. Doing this is a blast. Frustrating at first, but man, it's so rewarding when you get through it. Let's just do a DNF search XCB and see what we get. What do we have? You know, I'm kind of curious. Let's do a DNF list installed, and then let's grab XCB. What do we have installed? Okay, this is what we have installed right here. Maybe if we do the search XCP grep Qt, maybe there'll be like a Qt version. No, I don't see anything. That's gonna be interesting. Linux FB minimal and off screen. Just use Xorg. No, man. How are we going to use Hyperland without... You can't use Hyperland on Xorg. That is just blasphemy. Piotr Miller GitHub. It has a lot of Wayland projects. Panel Doc and WL Roots WMs. Yeah, I'll check it out, man. Check it out, Harry. Oh, is that what it is? Thanks, Unknown Light. Let's just go DaVinci Resolve -I for interactive. Let's not use sudo. Let's just see what happens if we don't do that. Do you want to install? Yes. Yes. Author. All right, we'll do that. Oh, not authorized. Oops. All right, let's try I. Yeah, same problem. Okay. Maybe. Dang, man. Let's try partition manager. Okay. I'm thinking, let's do a PSOX. I think this is a problem with our setup. Poll. We have polkit D, but we do not have... Oh, I see what the problem is, y'all. All right, let's do an LS of the GNOME polkit, because I don't think we have polkit loaded for authentication. So let's do ls of usr libexec, and you'll see that we have, I think it's polkit GNOME authentication agent. So if you run into this, we should be able to just go sudo usr libexec and then go polkit GNOME authentication agent in ampersand. This actually should be part of our launch of Hyperland. We're going to yank that. Actually, I think we just do Control-Shift-C to grab that. So we'll have that. Let's make sure we're launching that on startup with Hyper. And then that should be able to authenticate. We'll retry our launch of DaVinci Resolve without super user or sudo. Let's come down into our auto start. I think it's under exec. Configs exec is what we need. So let's go vim and then configs exec. Yes. Oh no, it's there. Execute once. It's just not doing it. Well, that's a big sad face. It is set up correctly. grep poll. So we do have Polkit D, but not the GNOME authentication agent. Sparky, we're already into it, man. We're already into it. Yeah, oh, also the avatars, guys, I switched that up a little bit for any of the subscribers that you're like, hey, where's my avatar? If you're actively chatting, the avatar shows up and you should see the bubble on the screen. Otherwise, it'll drop off, I think, after 2 minutes or something. Just to make it a little easier, because when I was editing the video, I'm like, dang, we're getting a lot of avatars on the screen. So. Yeah, so this should work in theory, but it is not right now. Let's do sudo cannot open display. I don't know if the Polkit GNOME agent is going to work because it looks like it's relying on Xorg. And if we launch into DaVinci Resolve like this with a -I for interactive, we do this and we try to authenticate, it just is not working. And as far as groups, we're not even in the sudo group. We're in the wheel group. That should be fine. I'm about to do something y'all are going to make fun of me for it. But I kind of feel like being lazy. So we're going to do it anyways. Don't do this at home, kids. This is not the proper way to use Linux. I call this the Steam Deck approach. Yeah. Yeah, you guys know what's coming. Let's go into sudo vsudo. Yes. So from vsudo, we're gonna, oh god bless. Vsudo is using the default editor's nano. Jeez, just call me a noob now. Good night. All right. So whenever you have super user on a computer, it detects things and it says, hey, what commands can be run? And what we're gonna do here is make the wheel to where you can run all commands, but you don't need to even supply a password to elevate to super user. Don't do that, but we're gonna do that. Don't do as I do. That's not good, but maybe just for some troubleshooting purposes. Just for troubleshooting purposes. And I'm kind of lazy, so we'll see. If you start seeing a whole bunch of Tesla streams on my channel tomorrow, you guys know what happened. And the right way to edit sudoers file without vsudo. Actually, that's terrible advice. At least with vsudo, it won't save the file if the syntax is incorrect. Yeah, Windows is rubbing off on me for sure, for sure. Let's see what we have. So we'll launch into our terminal. We loaded up yet? There we go. All right, we'll go downloads, and then I think DaVinci Resolve run. Oh wait. Oh, it worked. It's not the way to do it, though. Don't do this, chat. Oh well. Sudo with password is completely overrated. Oh, let's see. Start install. Is that going to work? Start install to begin installation. Installer will ask for root permissions if required. I don't think there's any ones. Let's see. Is there anything in the log? It's probably like, what the hell did this guy do to his system? Who Who needs passwords? Passwords are over. Passwords are bloat. It's not doing anything. Oh, no. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think that is working. Oh, I don't even have HTOP installed. Let's just install HTOP. What's it doing? Is it doing anything? It's not doing much. Well, alrighty then. Let's just do sudo, right? DaVinci. Sudo. Oh, DaVinci Resolve run. Let's try the -I guess. I don't think we need the -I, but no, that's not going to work. If we just do -run, that's also not going to work. We can't connect to display when doing it that method. And if we do it this method, I don't think that's going to work for me either. As we're going to get the same thing. Yeah. Okay, so that... I don't think that did work for bypassing the sudo prompt. To other ways to self-elevate. Let's go vsudo again. We're just going to force this through. So we did wheel group. Technically that should work. But to force it through... Oh, man, I'm not in... I hate Nano. I'm sorry. We're going to go just like chat recommended. The really, really bad way where if you screw everything up, your system won't boot. So let's go into the sudoers file. And, oh, man. Invim. All right. So we're just going to come down to here. And we're going to just go yank, paste. We're in a read-only file. What do you mean we're read-only? We just did sudo. Why is it read-only? Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. Huh. Yeah, we'll just write. Let's cat that just to make sure it took the change. Thank you, Sparky. Let's sudo cat it. Sudo bang bang. Bam. All right. Yes, it took the change. Let's reboot now. We'll try it again. This is Reboot Simulator today. I knew today was going to be a rough stream starting off because DaVinci Resolve in Linux without... you can make it easy. Just make it easy on yourself doing like Ubuntu 22 and the stock AMD drivers and then DaVinci Resolve, and it works every time. That's not a bad way of going about it. But if you're doing it like for a production machine that's only doing video editing, I probably would just use the official RHEL version, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Yeah, Pop OS, Sparky, and that's a derivative of Ubuntu 22, so that should work pretty good. Dathis, that's mainly just to see if this works. is I'm like, I don't know if it's going to work. Because for whatever reason, when I was doing like sudo cat, what prompt? There's probably a file in here. Let's just cat r bash rc. Yeah, so it's not prompting. For whatever reason, it wasn't reading the wheel group. You're absolutely right, though. We added the wheel group with no password. That technically should have worked, because if you look in our groups, you see wheel, but it was not detecting it. So then I was like, screw it. We're just going to force it through and say, hey, the tightest user is king, and it doesn't require a password, basically. So that's why. That's why we did it that way. So good. All right. So let's try it again. This time, CD downloads. We find that it is no longer. When it needs elevation, it just does it. Is this still going to work? I don't think so. But let's see. Yes. Okay. Could not find. See, it's got to be something with that QT QPA plugin. Could not find Qt platform plugin for Wayland, so it's going to probably bomb out on us here at the end. It still requires a super user, and then it's just like, nope, not having it. I think the problem is this right here. Let's just take that. Let's pull up our browser and say, you know what? It was a risky crash restore. All right, let's see. What do we have? Here's a Stack Overflow. They always give the right answer, right? Sometimes it's pretty funny. Okay. Qt5 Wayland is not already installed. This solved my issue. Qt5 Wayland, okay. So let's just look up Wayland packages and then try that. Oh, you're using X Wayland. Okay. I would prefer not to use X Wayland. Let's see if we can't fix this with just using Qt. If not, we're going to just default it to X Wayland, which tricks DaVinci Resolve into thinking it's on Xorg. But I'd prefer not to do that if we can. So let's do a sudo dnf search Qt star dash Wayland. That's probably not going to work with Qt5 Wayland. I don't think that's the package, but hey, okay, there's something. The Gambas 3 component package for Qt5 Wayland. All right, well, let's just do Wayland grep Qt. What do we have here? Huh. What if we do a let's just do like a DNF list installed and then grep Wayland. What Wayland do we have installed right now? So this is everything installed. We already have Qt5-Qt Wayland. Man, look at that naming convention. Someone was on drugs. Is there anything else we could add here that might work for us? I don't think so. Yeah, you can see right here, we already have that package installed, as this is our installed. Harry says it works fine for me. Now we could install the development packages of Qt Wayland. I don't think that's going to be it. Mainly that's required for building. And I don't think this is really building per se. Now here's a Qt5 Qt Wayland. And this one down here is a Qt6 Wayland. Let's install Qt6 Wayland just to make sure. And we'll just grab this one. That's one package. I don't think we're going to grab the development ones. I just don't see that being the issue. I mean, screw it. Let's do it. We'll just grab both Qt5 and Qt6 development. Just Qt. Just install all packages. Yes. Not a bad idea. Yeah, so we got all of Qt base in. Let's see what DaVinci Resolve does now when we go sudo DaVinci Resolve run. Still gonna error out on us. Okay. All right, to Wayland we go. And use Qt platform Wayland in the environmental variable to accommodate Wayland applications. If it is misbehaving, use XCB for the QPA platform. Let's try this now. We're not quite there. Let's just do an export, and we're going to just set this system variable, and we can just verify that with echo $, and then this. And this should spit out Wayland, and it does. Let's see what that sudo does now. Still a problem, but could not load Qt platform plugin XCB. It did not grab this, so I think what we can do is on this export, or maybe, can we launch it like this maybe? And just do like a DaVinci run. Yeah, that works a little better. Still problem, but okay, so damn. Try it without the sudo. Yeah, let's try without the sudo. I don't think that's gonna work. Well, yeah, this was actually without sudo. So it's looking for Linux frame buffer, I think, or Linux FB, minimal, off screen, and XCB. Another thing I was looking at the other day, it was a ArchWiki. Harry, what system are you running? Because I remember you mentioning that you had the open source drivers working with DaVinci Resolve. Now let's check our Mesa versions. This one's Mesa, and then we got OpenCL Mesa. We want to make sure the OpenGL is working properly as well. Yeah, that's a weird available platform plugins line, agreed. But I want to also just verify we have OpenGL and OpenCL working properly. Which I think like GLX info. Let's look at that. Does that give me anything? Yes. I see the problem now. Yes. Absolutely. Totally. Yeah. All right. Let's actually format that output. Let's see, what is we just gotta check direct rendering and that grep render. Okay, direct rendering is yes. Hell yeah, okay. So that is good. And then external renderer, GLX Mesa. That also looks good. OpenGL looks to be working. So I guess we can check OpenCL as well. You need to sudo dnf install APR. Oh, okay. Let's grab that, Harry. Well, let's just grab those packages. We'll just snag these guys. Ah, come on. I'm pretty sure we have a lot of that already, but let's just verify. We had everything except for also plugins Pulse Audio. We already had APR, APR util, Mesa libglu, and we were only missing also plugins. But that's just audio. That shouldn't throw an error for it unable to find the display on :0. But we can try it again. Let's just try that. Nope. Let's switch this to like XCB. Let's try different. Okay, it liked that. Okay. Show detailed log, start install. And then that just dies. Okay, great. So good to know. So XCB does launch, it looks like, but it's getting stuck for the user. Huh. Just relaunch. So technically, I feel like you should be using super user, right? Yeah. So when we use sudo, it's not finding the display protocol, but when we don't, it doesn't. And then it's not prompting for the root password in the proper spot because of where we're launching it from. Oh, geez. Why? Oh, I should have more coffee. All right, two variables at the same time. We could. I still don't think, because I think the big issue here isn't that. I think it is reading the XCB. It's just not reading the display when utilizing sudo. So typically what you would do is when you go to run it, it should self-elevate and a polkit prompt should pop up, but that polkit prompt's not popping up. And we could see that, like, if we go partition manager, look at this. Like, this should prompt for a pop-up, but is not. So I've configured my system improperly is what this is telling me. Is this should at least either self-elevate to super user, or it should give me a prompt to type in my password, and it's not doing either. It's not Wayland, I don't think. I think it's the polkit agent is the problem, because it's just dying during the authentication process. So if we do a psaux poll, you can see polkit D is going, but we do not have the other one. I have GNOME polkit authentication agent, but it is also throwing an error, much like our DaVinci Resolve. Let's you can see that with, like, let's just USR. See, look what's happening here. So we launch the GNOME authentication agent, and you can see that run, but I think it's not quite pulling it in. Okay, now it is, it looks like. Let's launch in our partition manager again, because when we launch, like, KD, there we go. See, that's what we should be getting, and then it's just a good way to check. So now that we have that, let's just go into our DaVinci Resolve again. We'll just go downloads. And now we're going to go DaVinci Resolve run. And this should pop up. We go next, agree, next. Let's go show detail log. Now when we hit start install, we should get a prompt. Now we're cooking with gas. That looks promising. I don't know why that's not executing that gnome link on the execute once. I'll have to look at that some more. Okay, so it's resolved and installed. Cool. Hey, Peter, how you doing, man? Long time. Yeah, I'm trying to get that second channel. That's a really nice one where I'm just kind of cutting up a lot of the stuff on stream. All right. DaVinci resolved. All right, let's see what we got with this one. DaVinci or resolve. Okay. Interesting. I wonder. See. Let's see here. I'm just curious on this execute command, why that authentication, because this is going to pop up over and over again for different projects. I kind of want to clear it up. So if we go into our .config hyper configs and we look at exec.conf, this is what should be launching, but it's not. Why? Maybe it's getting stuck. Let's just start running these commands one at a time. So this was somebody else's config file. Let's just see. Ah, no. Oh, that's not what I needed. Let's just clear that. What we're going to do is grab these. We'll yank that, paste it over here. W clipboard history not found. So maybe it's getting stuck on some of these commands. Let's clear this out. And is there a gnome keyring? That's also something we should look at. Does it? Reboot, right? Oh. Yeah. I forget what it was. Oops. Yeah. We're just using pieces of GNOME. We can use the pull kit without it using or installing GNOME. As you saw, we used the pull kit just fine. It's the other commands that are running before it that is causing some issues. So let's get that stuff kind of worked out. You got to remember, a lot of these configuration are pulled from Arch, so the commands might deviate a little bit, especially on the run. So we're going to check out exactly what we can do for that. It would be much easier if we just used Arch, but who wants easy? Ah, it's just sickening. It would just be so boring if everything just worked. All right, so these are our commands. And if we launch into WL clipboard, we got WL copy paste, but clipboard history, is that even in the repos? Let's do a search WL clipboard. I don't think, oh no, it's there. Let's do an install of WL clipboard. Oh, it's already installed. Let's take a look at what that command is. You know, I like pieces of GNOME. Like, I like gedit. I think gedit's pretty nice. I like Nautilus for a file manager. It's aesthetically pleasing. I like... One second, there's other stuff in GNOME. Give me a minute. I like its pull kit agent, even though it's not working right now. I'm sure there's something else I like about GNOME. But we could list out all the stuff I don't like. All right, so WL clipboard history. Let's see what this file is. Okay, it's a special project. We might have to self-build this. It's a Wayland clipboard history tracker, which I do like having a history wrapper for that. Looks relatively simple. It's a simple bash script that uses WL clipboard. Okay. Okay. That looks like that would be pretty easy to replicate. There's also a FZF and blah, blah, blah wrapper. I don't think we need any of that. Let's just grab this. It's just a bash script at the end of the day. Easy. Easy fix. Didn't realize that was a thing. Let's just toss that into our bin folder over here. We'll just wget. Alrighty. And if we look now, we got WL clipboard. Maybe we got to relaunch. WL clipboard. Well, it does work. It just gives me a permission denied, which is fine. Because this should launch as sudo over here, and I don't think we're running any problems. All right, and then we got GNOME, keyring, daemon. Nice, that's there. G settings. Set desktop interface. GTK. It's fine. Dunst, is that there? Let's check it. Dunst is there. Blue Man applet. I do have Blue Man. I don't need that though. Let's just we're just gonna verify everything that's needed. KDE Connect we're getting rid of. Dbus activation environment. I'm not sure that exists. Oh no, it does. Perfect. Oh, did I not chmod? Oh, thank you. Thank you, bro. Let's go chmod plus X. Ah. There we go. Thanks, Sparky. Good call. Yeah, always need the pesky, is this executable? Although sometimes when you're downloading from GitHub, what I'd like to do with a lot of my projects, because I'll forget about, the execute attribute, and before I do the final push to the project, I'll make sure it's executable. So that way when someone clones it through Git, it will just automatically be executable on their system, which is nice. Way idle. What is way idle? That is a new one too. So for way idle, what's that one? Way idle. We got some specialized packages here. Okay, let's just go Linux. That looks like a specialized package. I have no idea. I've never seen it before in my life. Goodbye. All right, then we got auto launch on workspace. That's fine. Kanshi. Anybody in chat ever heard of Kanshi? Kanshi CTL? That's an interesting one. RGB, I don't care. We're going to delete you. It's Flickr. All right. Probably good to know these things. Kanshi. Linux. It's a dynamic display configuration. It's been depreciated or deprecated September 15th. it moved to source hut. Okay, let's go to source hut. Looks like just a Rust build from the look of it. It allows you to define output profiles that are automatically enabled and disabled on a hot plug. You can turn your laptop's internal screen off when docked. Oh, that's cool. Okay, dynamic display configuration. That makes sense. Yes, we definitely want Kanji. Sounds wrong. Okay. So let's install this one. Ooh, what is the build? I have noticed more people moving to like Source Hut. I do kind of like its minimal design. It is good. It's just I'm not 100% familiar with cloning from it. I want to say you can just clone it, right? Let's go source and see. Building. Read only. So read write. So yeah. So it's just that. So we just grab the project and build it. So mess and build and then Ninja C build. Let's try that out. We're going to our build directory. We're going to go git clone, toss that in, go into Kanji. We're going to do a mess and build. All right. Did we get any errors? Let's see. Does look like we got a couple things. Runtime dependency libvarlink not found. And then we also scdoc. Might just look at doing a sudo dnf install libvarlink. Is that a... Oh, no, it's already installed. And then we have scdoc as well. I don't think it matters, but oh no, let's just grab that. Let's redo our mess and build. Let's go mess and setup, reconfigure. Oops. Let's just go wipe. Build. All right. I kind of want to clear this last one up, though. libvarlink is there, but it's not reading it. Yeah, Peter, I'm kind of with you on the Microsoft owning GitHub for sure. libvarlink devil. Yeah. That's right. We are building from source after all. Well put, Sparky. libvarlink devil. Boom. There it is. Let's do a white build. All green. We are a go. Let's go with Ninja C build. Bam. It is done. Now, was there anything else we needed from that? Make directory dash config. And then Kanji. Okay. Cool. So if we close that, Kanji. Bam. And Kanji CTL. All right, cool. So those are done. What's Flickr? Flickr. Anybody ever heard of that? Flickr Linux tool. Just making sure I have everything. I don't think this is it. It's an interesting screen tearing. We don't run into that problem. We're using Wayland. We have all other sort of problems because we're using Wayland. It makes your screen flicker. Oh, good night. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and dump that tool as well, as I don't know what it's doing. It's just a pkill command, though. It's just kind of an odd one to run, as it's not listed here. I'll leave it in, but I still don't know what the heck that does. And then we just got another XDPF script. So we have a couple auto launch scripts, but overall, that should be pretty good. And what I want to happen is us to do a PSOX grip pull kit, and then it's a GNOME authentication agent in here. That's still not happening. Let's do a reboot. And hopefully now that we've isolated everything in our exec file to be able to run, I'm thinking it was getting stuck on one of those, and it was not running the pull kit agent, authentication agent. Yeah. So it's a little bit different in Fedora. We already double checked the command. We can double check it again, but let's see here. Come on, wake up. All right. So we'll just do a PSOX. Still the same problem. So it's just not grabbing that x.conf variable. Let's look at just cd over to hyper, and we're going to fix that. Where is it pulling those .conf file? Let's just go .conf. It's got to be referencing them right here. So we have environment.conf. We have this one, but it's just not finding them. Why is it? Why is it not doing it? It's doing the source. So if we do, let's just run it and emulate startup here. So if we go source and we grab the X file like this, paste it in, that's not gonna work because I don't know. We can look command. Oh, maybe we need the full. I mean, you really shouldn't. Oh, maybe you do. Actually, you do need the full path name. Now that I'm looking at it. When in doubt, full path name for sure. This was silly how I did that, but yes. Let's just go source. Do I have the dashboard up? Oh, I need to redo that to launch into alpha and then pull in exec. So what this should be user lib exec, and then you got the pull kit authentication agent like that. In the same realm though, I feel like this should be .local bin, and then we got the W clipboard history. And for GNOME keyring, I believe this is just bin. Yeah, it's just verifying. We have the GNOME keyring daemon. Cool. All right. And G settings is fine. Dunst, that should also be a bin file, I believe. It is. Just verifying. And the rest of this can she, I believe, well, I don't think we need to do full path names for all, but let's reboot one more time, and we're going to try that PSOX. But full path typically will fix a lot of issues. I honestly think that's it. I think you're right on hit the head on the nail on the head. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Okay, so now we are here. And let's just launch into, there's this weird like artificial delay where I'm typing terminal, but it doesn't pop up for like, I have to keep pressing it for the first couple seconds you see the desktop. Kind of bugs me. Hey, we are in business. So now if we go partition manager, we actually get, yes, beautiful. Awesome. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, actually, I probably should check to make sure that works. Yes, it does. Yay. All right, so that's all fixed. Let's launch into DaVinci Resolve. I guess, is it just called Resolve? Okay, we did install DaVinci Resolve, right? Where did it install Resolve? Resolve? Let's see. Where are you at, Resolve? Desktop. It created a desktop. Is it on drugs? It's on drugs. Why are you? Oh, that's jank. We're not doing that. Let's just put this in local share applications. Like a normal human Linux user. Why? Whatever. It's fine. .local share applications should populate our menu. You can see we have Jump King, Path of Exile, Steam, and now we have Resolve in here. So maybe now, yeah, there it is. Beautiful. Sweet. All right. DaVinci Resolve, if they ever watch this or someone there sees this stream, please don't put it in desktop. What are we, Windows users? No. No. We don't like the drugs here. We actually like it just being in a start menu. So, yes, please don't put it in dash desktop by default. That installer's awful. Please put it in .local share applications, and then it will auto-populate like the rest of stuff in the Linux ecosystem. Thank you. Please and thank you. All right, let's see if it launches. Probably not. Okay, well. Cool. All right. So, no launch. What do we got? Com. What's it running? Interesting. So it wants to just run this as the execute command. Let's see what it does. Oh, okay. Error while loading shared libraries libgpu detect. So libgpu detect is, I have no idea what library that is. Let's just do a search, I suppose. Libgpu. I mean, that's not it. What the hell is libgpu detect? Yeah, this is a weird one. This is a little bit strange. Update to resolve today stopped working. All right. I know it's Arch, but man, you gotta love Arch because of the documentation. But this isn't what we need, really. Oh wait, no, here we go. Have no idea where I can find this one. Thanks in advance. It's supposed to be provided by DaVinci. There's some comments on the AUR complaining about the same situation. Possibly just a missing library path. Okay. I guess we can do a search for it. Let's just do like a F and lib That's not it. Let's go into, I guess we can come over here, try the same thing. Probably going to give me nothing. All right, fine. I don't think we have this file. I don't think we have this library. Yeah. All right. Oh. And on to the next problem. So just to show everybody, this is what's happening when Resolve is launching. Shared libraries, libgpu detect. Let's go on to the next post. Yeah, I may talk a lot of crap about Arch, but you really can't beat the documentation. Like, even though I rarely use Arch, I check the Arch wiki and a lot of the documentation of Arch 10 times more than any other distro, even though I don't even use Arch. And you're probably thinking, what the hell? What? Why? Because it just kind of shows you what's wrong. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, I just need to translate that to the DNF. Definitely not fast package manager. It's so good. Like, that's the thing. Like, just, you can't do copy paste from here, but it usually will tell you kind of what's up. All right, so it looks like OpenCL maybe might be an issue. A lot of people are talking about OpenCL in here. Let's just check that out. Well, oh, this one says I installed the OCL ICD package. I think that actually is in Fedora. Is it? OCL ICD? Well, there it is, OCL ICD. Same package name. Let's just see. Sudo DNF list installed. Grep OCL. Oh, well, we don't have the package. That would be a problem, right? So now if we do a resolve, that's the same problem. Probably needed that package anyways, though. That would probably have led to another error. Yeah, okay. That is correct. I do not need my Mac any longer. You're you're absolutely right. Oh man, let's see. Am I signed into Discord? I was actually having a conversation with a good buddy of mine yesterday. Hopefully there's nothing bad in the chat. I don't think there is. But we were going back and forth about DaVinci, and I was like, dude, it's absolutely amazing, blah, blah, blah. And then he finally, you can cleanse yourself of that Steve Jobs shaped stain. And I sent him back that. Yes, absolutely. You're goddamn right. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. Oh, geez. Hopefully. Now, the dream here is to get DaVinci Resolve working on my main studio PC and then adding like an ultra wide like up here, way up above. And then I could like have my timeline right there and then like a preview here. That would be the dream. Yeah. What took me so long? That's a good question. I think Final Cut Pro, well, so for Final Cut Pro, I just really enjoyed Final Cut Pro. And there's still some things I like about it. Like if you listen to my latest videos, I still haven't got it all dialed in to be as good as Final Cut Pro yet. But considering like today's video on Titus Pi was my 5th video being made in Resolve, I think, like 5th or 6th. I can't remember exactly where it was in yesterday's schedule, but it was pretty good. I mean, yeah, I think I could have done better with the encoding section and fix some of the coloring, and then also the audio. The audio is a little bit, I cut too much of the low end, so it didn't have as much depth. But the fact nobody even mentioned it in the comments just means it was good enough. Still not, I still don't like it, but I'll get to the point where it'll sound even way, way better. But the fact that's one of my first videos in Resolve, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid. But what the heck is going on here? No, nope, nope, nope. Mm-mm. I was like, man, that's so small, I can't even read it. Got old man eyes. All right. I feel like we need rock M for this. Let's just work through some of the dependencies and just see if we can't get those installed. As if you look at the what's up today in chat, there is these rock M OpenCL runtime. I kind of want to run that. Is there any rock M packages in Fedora? Rock M. Yeah, there's a rock M runtime. OpenCL. What's this one say? OpenCL runtime. OpenCL runtime right here. So let's just do sudo dnf install rock m OpenCL. Okay. We'll go ahead and grab that. So I think we do need that runtime. What the hell? Did I run out of space? What? What in the... Fedora? Why you be like this, Fedora? It gave 15 gigs to root on the stock Fedora install. What? Oh, hell. All right. I guess we're going to reboot and change our LVM to use... Actually, I don't even think we need to reboot. I think on LVMs we can expand that. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Fedora by default. Fedora makes some really crackhead decisions by default. One, forcing 3 partitions to be made, one for dash boot, one for dash boot EFI, and then one for root. And then it just like, I want to say it just left everything. Like, I want to say that LVM is not even being properly utilized. Let's just do partition editor. We already launched it a couple times for doing it, but let's just take a peek. What is it doing? You crackhead, look at this. So the physical volume is 230 gigs, and then it just grabbed and allocated for the logical volume 15 gigs. I mean, I guess. But what? Like, why wouldn't it just take all of it? Anyways, we can do an LVM extend. It'll be fine. Extend. Let's just do a... It's been a while since I've done an LVM extend. Let's do a TLDR LV extend. Yeah, so I think we can just do sudo LV extend size. Oh, we need to get that logical volume. Does it say it right here? I think it does. Yeah. I want to say if we do ls dev, I think, is it mapper? Yeah, that's it. Fedora -root. So this LV extend should be, yeah, I'm just going to go 2LDR again. It should be like sudo. And then let's just grab all of that. And then it should be like dev mapper. Or is it, does LV, no, it should be mapper. Or maybe it doesn't. I think it actually might refer to the other volume group. Well, let's try it. What's the worst that had happened? Has people that have followed me for a minute, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Can't parse size argument. Size 100% free. Error during parsing command line. Can you do an R? All right, fine. Let's just do size. Let's just do like plus 40G recursive. Does that even work? Okay, that worked, it looks like. But why didn't it take the 100% free? Well, we have 40 gigs available now, but I want to take all of it because Lord knows I will probably need it. I mean, what's wrong with the 100% free? Like that should work, but it doesn't like 100% free. Why doesn't it like it? Oh, plus 100% free. No, it doesn't like plus 100% free. Interesting. Size plus. Oh, is there a colon? No, there's no colon. So that's what we typed. All right, everybody in chat spamming the same thing for me. Isn't that weird, chat? Why are you like that? I mean, you can manually allocate it. It's not like that big a deal, but I still would like, maybe because let's see. LV extend 100%. 100 free. Oh, I think it's a -L. Ooh. Instead of a dash size. I mean, it seems wrong. Use the plus symbol to indicate the size should be to the current size. Let's try the -L, I suppose. -L. Okay, there we go. That worked, but I just want to look and get a better understanding. What is that shortcut key? -L. Oh, okay. So we were using --size to specify the size unit, where a -L is an extends. So really what a -L is --extends. Why is that -L? I guess don't think about it too much, but it's really interesting. And then we already did a -R, right? Yeah, -R to resize. If you miss the -R, it'll extend the logical volume, but your file system will still be the old size. So that you always want to do a -R if you do a LV extends. Anyways, that's a fun little detour into logical volumes. So now that we've done that, let's go back a few. What were we installing again? I can't even remember. I think it was Rock M. Yes. All right, perfect. So now we have that, and we have a ton of free space on our root drive, so we don't run into that anymore. So we've got that done. Let's move into checking this out. So we have RockM for AMD OpenCL here. Mesa is already installed up here. Let's just double check that. I'm sure it's there. We did a GLX info earlier. Oh, come on, Peter. For mysterious reasons, Chris uses yay instead of paru. Hey, everybody knows that Go is better than Rust. It's made by Google. And you should know by now I'm a bit of a Google shill. So, yay is better than Rust. I mean, case in point, yay is 3 letters, paru is 4 letters. Seriously. The paru is bloat. It's got 1 extra character. And Rust is dirty. Like, just saying. Please, nobody clip that and send it to the Primogen. That'd be hilarious. He'd lose his shit. Oh, all right. Here we go. All right. We got that now. Now let's see what happens when we run resolve. I bet we're still getting the same error, but yeah. Maybe let's give it a reboot. I want to say there's one extra thing to do. So we've got resolve. We have OpenCL Mesa. Well, that's a neutral library, actually. I think we do need to enable. No, I don't think we need to do this because we're using a 5700X. DaVinci resolves. What's this script? Oh, somebody made a Python script. Hell yeah. Here we go. So, prime-run DaVinci resolve checker. Install the required dependencies. I think we could. Let's see if we can't make this work on Fedora. Just to make life a little bit more difficult for myself, but I don't know. Don't know on that. Let's just install it all with pip. It should be fine. Should be fine. Oh, apt. I don't even know. I switched distros so much I can't even remember what my package manager is. Oh, stop. Come on. Sparky. I think we should run it. I mean, it's Arch. It's fine. What's the worst that could happen? I think Arch is easier for newbies, to be honest with you. You don't have to deal with any of the security problems of Fedora. Because you got SE Linux and a lot of other things. I will say Fedora is much more stable than Arch, but you got to deal with some shenanigans of Red Hat. They're good shenanigans for the most part, but, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Let's see. Yeah. I would say Fedora is probably a lot harder to break things. I mean, I'm still on it. It's been almost a week. That should tell you something. Does this prime run work? No, I don't think so. Nah. I was like, I don't think I was just dependencies. I know this is Arch only, but I'm just like, maybe, just maybe. Yeah, it's probably only going to detect Arch stuff. Man, it would be nice though. Don't worry, Chris will find a way to break this system. He always does. Truer words have never been spoken. All right. I wonder if there is a resolve checker for this, but I don't know. Let's just launch that resolve. All right, this is the error we were getting. We did install RockM, but we didn't reboot. Because I think RockM won't actually activate until we get there. And if we're using RockM OpenCL runtime, I don't think we need OpenCL Mesa. That actually might cause conflicts. Let's do a DNF list installed grep OpenCL. Is the Mesa package, oh, well, that's not going to work, installed? So we have RockM OpenCL and OpenCL file system, but I don't see anything else. All right, let's just give it a reboot and then try it out. Oh, nice, Peter. I didn't know you were rocking the same card as me. I mean, they're so cheap, man. There's really good value. You can buy them on eBay for 160 bucks a pop, and I don't see any downside to using a 5700 XT. The latest version, Yusuf, Hyperland, we built it from source. Oh man, you have the 6800 XT and it's awesome. Hell yeah, Ninja. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, 5700 XT was a bit of a dumpster fire when it first released, though. If anybody remembers that, that was pretty rough. You know, in Arch, all you have to do is install DaVinci Resolve and it just works. Yeah, same can be said for Ubuntu 22, Rel, a lot of them. I chose difficult. Just chose the difficult path. Dang, where is that? Let's just search for the libgpu detect. What is that library? It's got to be a library file of some Fedora libgpu detect. Give me that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Mm. All right. Oh no. Nope. How old is this post? I think this post is not very valid, but there should be a RockM Fedora activation or some sort. Or we could try that command line too. So these are kernel arguments we could add to grub. We got Radiant SI support, Radiant CIK support. Why are they turning these off and then on in the same? That doesn't make any sense, right? Is there anything? Oh, Radeon and then AMD. Okay. I was like, wait a second, that's the same. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. I could see that. Do a LSOF and then the resolve command. Okay, let's try it out. And we'll do. What is LSOF? You want to grep resolve? You know, I don't think I've used LSOF. I have. I've forgotten all about it. Does this just list library files? libdrm, GPU. Huh. It's interesting. LSOF is the active files open, including libraries. I like it. Okay. Good to know. Active files, including libraries, is LSOF. I did not know that. Learn something new every day. It stands for List Open Files. Hence, LS, List Open Files, OF. All right. Good stuff. I like it. Oh, we got somebody with a link. Let's see what we got on their link. Unknown. Let's see what we have. All right. This one's using Xorg and AMD GPU. That's not what we need. I guess we could try X Wayland at this point. But this one's saying tried RockM 3.5. What version of RockM are we rocking? What version of RockM are we rocking? Oh, sorry. I am truly a child sometimes. I kind of like a lot of these initial instructions. What about just using RockM from the Yum repos? Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Let's just YOLO that. I know. I should have probably read the rest of that post, but life is short and readings for nerds. RockM.repo. Yes. Write it. All right, whatever. Sudo. No, what? Ah, come on. Let's just grab this RockM repo from Radeon. It's got to be good, right? We're not doing a GPG check. We're just enabling this. And then let's see what a DNF update does. I'm curious. Okay, where's it grabbing this? Do we have any RockMs? This is just regular updates. Damn, that's a lot to update. But I still don't see any RockMs. I don't think that repository. I'm looking over here for RockM. I don't see anything. Oh man. Well, that's not that much fun. Okay, that's not doing a whole lot of anything. Well, it was officially from the AMD website. I was hoping that it would grab a more up-to-date RockM and then just fix everything automagically. But alas, it did not. So if we look, oh man, let's just remove RockM. What's up, Ranson? So nothing really happened there. And you can see that with just doing another update command. Still 121 packages. So that repo didn't really do jack. What about, let's just grab all this. Let's copy it. What would happen? It's not finding ROCm utils. It's not finding HCC or ROCm CLang OCL. And ROCm utils was actually listed twice. And that one's listed twice as well. So these ones, it's grabbing those. Let's just grab all that. I do feel like we do need like OCL and ICD devil and possibly OpenCL headers, because I feel it's just not grabbing the detection. Do an LDD for dynamic link libraries. Yeah, we can do that. LDD and then do the resolve, and that'll do a library check. I've never used LDD, but let's do that. I like that idea. Unknown. How do you feel about SE Linux on Fedora? So SE Linux is something I've dealt with a lot in the server realm. It's great for servers because it definitely is a great security measure. But for everyday desktop usage, it's just super annoying. So typically, if I'm using Fedora on a desktop, I'm doing a lot like this desktop. I am not using SE Linux. I'm turning that stuff to permissive or even disabled and just saying, screw it. Let's go. Definitely not something I've been doing business, but for your average like gamer or someone just messing around in Fedora, permissive mode and all that's fine. It's still a hell of a lot more secure than most stock Linux distributions. So that's my thoughts on SE Linux. Great in theory, great in business, terrible for residential and gaming and other just modern desktop usage. I mean, I don't think I've really added much experience with SE Linux since doing Fedora, mainly just because I'm just like, whatever, I'm disabling it. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to create profiles. I think is it GenProf or is that? Now GenProf, I think is AppArmor. I think it's AA GenProf for generating AppArmor profiles. So if you're like on Arch and you want kind of like SE Linux style security, AppArmor with generating profiles is pretty good. It's not as good as SE Linux, but it's close. It's a very close match. So AppArmor's good along with SE Linux. Is Fedora a good server distro? I wouldn't use it for a server. That's like using Arch for a server. I mean, maybe for like a hobbyist project, it would be okay, but no, you never want to use a rolling distro for a server. That's just a that's just a recipe for disaster. So you want to pick something with long-term service release and then just toss it on there and then just forget about it for years. And that's kind of the beauty of a lot of Linux server distro spins. Oh, did I forget the background music? Oh my God, I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know. I was about to say, it does seem a little bit quiet in here. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. I don't know what happened there. I think I started the stream with background music going. All right. All right. let's do that LDD that unknown suggested. So right now, what we're getting on a resolve. Do we have resolve? We're getting this. And if we do an LDD and just say, hey, check link libraries, and then, oh, that is such a cool command. Look at this. Look at this command, chat. LDD, and then it tells you what packages it's looking for and what is finding. So we got a couple not founds. So, okay. Dude, that is cool. So check this out. LDD grep not found. Oops. Quotes not found. That is cool. All right, so you have a program that you're trying to launch and it's just inevitably not doing it. You're launching into it and you can see it's saying this one, but I bet you if we fix this dependency, it would still error out and it'd be this dependency. And then this one, and then this one, and this one, and so forth. Ah, that is so cool. Right? I can't trust you anymore. You're running Windows. I never stopped running Windows. I always had Windows. I think we just need to install all the things. I agree with that. DNF search. Kind of hard not to. After all, with my day job. You think everybody up there uses Linux? Hell, I think we have a couple Linux servers, but almost everything else is old Microsoft. DNF search. What's image codecs? DNF search. GPU detect. Wonder if we can find any of this stuff. libcublas. DNF search. libopencv. Dang. DNF. There's almost none of this stuff. What about libav format? Oh, that's there. Okay. So that's something. We can grab that. Let's grab the devil of that. Does that get the non-devil package? Or I don't need the devil package, but we're not necessarily building. Kind of just need the runtime, actually. So just the runtime should be fine. Oh, that's already installed. Maybe it is the devil package then. Let's just install it and see if that fixes the LDD. Ah! Oh no, still's there. So we installed libav codec devil. And we're still running the libav format, right? libav format, libav format, and libav format. Okay. Huh. It could be. Could be another version that it's wanting, agreed. Or this version's a little bit too up to date. Because look at the equals or greater than. I mean, honestly, it's not even found, though. Or maybe it's using an older version. I don't think so, though. Because if you look at the libav format, free devil, it's 6.04. And this is requiring libav format 58. Oh, what the hell? It's using a different versioning scheme, it looks like. All right. Man, that sucks. Yeah, let's try OpenCV and see what packages that has. OpenCV. We have some stuff here. We could try the core libraries, sudo dnf install. I think OpenCV core we'll grab. We'll go ahead and grab contrib as well, so that should have extra ones. Ming, that's more like C++ stuff, I think, usually. Well, maybe not. Library tools. Open. Now, I don't think that would use that. Python and that. I think we'll just grab these two. Oh, all right. What are we getting? Oh, that's a good bit of library packages. Look at that. We're just installing all the stuff. I mean, when in Rome, let's try it. It's only an extra gig. Shenanigans. Zalasta, thank you so much for the prime. Okay. Yeah, music stops. Like, damn it. I think honestly, it's just not playing my playlist over here. You know what? I'll just not play it through there. I have an offline playlist. There you go. Oh, gosh. All right, let's do another LDD and see if it cleared up anything. And we might need a reboot before the LDD as well. Lib GPU detect should be in resolve libs. Let's just do LDD. You can see nothing's really changed even after doing all of that. I think we're running into a problem with, if we look into resolve and we go into libraries or libs. So this is what it's giving us. And this is where it's referencing everything, but the files just don't exist. Resolve really sucks on Linux. I'm just going to say. At least getting it set up. I'm sure once you get it set up, you have all the proper libraries, it's fine. But I got to tell you, I have never had this crap work for me out of the gate. So it's not that you can't get it working, but you could either build it from the AUR in Arch. You could install a sanctioned distro like Ubuntu 22. You could use like CentOS, I think is what the official DaVinci Resolve wants you to use. If you're using an NVIDIA card with proprietary drivers, it's even better. It's just, dude, it's such a headache on Linux. I gotta tell you, the Resolve team has done just a shitty job of supporting a lot of distributions. Rant off. Yeah. It really sucks to do it, but Fedora sucks, not DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve doesn't necessarily suck. The installer sucks, though. Like, I remember trying to install it on Debian. Same issues, man. It was not a cakewalk by any means. It's still a nightmare to install on a lot of systems. So, It's not like it's just Fedora's fault here. It's DaVinci Resolve's fault. Let's be real. It's totally on them. You shouldn't need just a specific handful of distros that work. Not even a handful, really. It's really only 3. CentOS, Ubuntu 22, or derivatives of, and Arch. That's it. And I kind of want to fix it. I want to be able to just grab these libraries and toss them in here, but I'm not 100% sure that's even possible. You know? We could symlink it, but I don't know. I don't know if that's a wise idea. Feels like it would be a lot of work for just a failed product at the end. Like, what happens whenever you do an update to Resolve? It all breaks. So symlinking, you might be a hack together solution here with the symlink to other libraries that it needs, but I don't think it's a long-term solution. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we could just boot into Windows. That would work. But I don't think it matters whatever packages we're missing here. It's wanting it to be in these lib bins inside of Resolve. And Resolve installs this, but it's just missing these dependencies for this OS or this distribution. So no, it doesn't matter what we're installing. It's just always going to fail the library check. At least from my knowledge here. Let's see if there's anything else we could do, maybe. Here's your LDD command. This one actually looks pretty good. Yeah, we're missing just so many library drivers. What do we got? Container scripts to build and run Resolve Studio for Linux on Docker or Podman. Well, that's a solution. Thanks for thinking outside the box there, Sparky. Yeah. We can do a container. I think that's a better solution. So let's try to just do a container of this, and I kind of like that a little bit better. See, DaVinci Resolve is designed to be run on a now deprecated CentOS Linux distribution. Such as Ubuntu users want to run Resolve had traditionally repackaged the official Resolve into a deb file to do it. I've done that before. It's janky back in the day. That was like 2 years ago last time I did it. DaVinci Resolve is a powerful, free, non-linear editor, blah, blah, blah. But running Resolve on the wrong distribution can reportedly create headaches when updating. Oh, God. Try just running and installing it. Let's use a container. I love containers. I like this project already. Yes, I am all about the containers and VMs. Oh. Yeah, I use a lot of containers in my current environment. I use, most of it's Docker based. I don't think I've ever used Podman before. So I actually use 12 different containers, I think, about that in my current setup, which I don't even know. Do I even have my Portainer still active? Nah, I think I got rid of Portainer. I think I'm all just doing it all through CLI now, but mostly Docker these days. All right, I'm sold on the idea. Let's see. There's LXDs and LXCs. Blah, blah, blah. Let's narrow it down to the two popular ones. Docker and Podman. Docker is by far the most popular. Is what I know the most about. But requires a daemon with root access. Since we're on Fedora, I think we branch out. I've never used Podman in anything outside of like a trial setting. So this will be interesting. We'll try the pod manager tool, Podman. Blah, blah, blah. But both work, it looks like. And let's go. Wait, a user named Resolve will run Resolve, but I want to run it. How will I access blah, blah, blah? No problem. Map and directories. Yeah, that'll be pretty easy to do. Very familiar with that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Podman is installed already. If we look, list installed grep pod. Oh no, Podman's not installed by default. So I know it's in the, yeah, there's Podman. We'll just grab it. We're going to be using it anyways. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, I used to use Kdenlive way back in the day, but man, it is just... When you go to... I went from Kdenlive to Final Cut Pro, and I was like, dude, this is so much better. I mean, I hate Mac, but it didn't matter. Final Cut Pro was just so much better than what I knew from Kdenlive. But after trying Resolve this week on my Inside Windows box, man, I was like, hell yeah, Resolve's where it's at. Resolve's better than Final Cut Pro, like especially for YouTube content, because you can upload markers, title, thumbnail, description, and the fully done video. So it's kind of amazing. Absolutely love it. All right, instructions. Let's go. Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't really matter on the distro if it's in a container, right? I don't think there's any issue there. Let's add some UDEV rules. Let's grab our UDEV file. Nope, that's the man page for UDEV. Let's just grab this. And we're going to put that over here, actually. Let's grab our UDEV. And that's going to grab vendor access. Oh, there's a studio dongle you have to buy? I didn't realize that there's an actual... It was a hardware key to unlock studio access. Interesting. And then there's Blackmagic hardware, such as the speed editor. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We'll toss it in here, but we don't need to reboot. I don't have any of those tools. So, does not matter. Was it UDEV rules? Yeah, we'll just do a wget, toss that in here. We don't need this, but it's probably good to have just as a notice if you do need any of that. And then we'll grab Podman, Fuse Overlays, NVIDIA Container Runtime, and crun. Don't really need NVIDIA Container Runtime since we're not using an NVIDIA card. Yeah, I never properly motivated why Final Cut Pro is better. I would just say speed of editing. Once you set up a lot of the hotkeys and then doing like L cuts and J cuts from a flow standpoint is light years better than Kdenlive. And then you take in all of the assets you can grab from other pros online, from titles and just templates. You just toss that in there, and then pretty soon you have like this really fancy either transition or a title that pops up and says, hey, subscribe to me on Twitch, or whatever it might be. It's just all done for you. So it's just drag and drop. A freaking, monkey can do it. It's just so easy. And Kdenlive is nothing like that. Kdenlive is jank. So jank by comparison. But it's free. So, I mean, it's not bad. But, you can't compare a project with, millions of dollars worth of R&D, compare that to, a open source equivalent with just a small team of people. That's not fair. Not fair to Kdenlive people. I think Kdenlive's great, and it's really good for someone just starting to edit videos because it's pretty simplistic, but you cannot compare the two. Anybody that says Kdenlive's better than Final Cut Pro never use Final Cut Pro, and they're just a Linux neckbeard that just wants to promote Kdenlive. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's be real. Nobody that's used both will say Kdenlive's a better program. So let me expand on that. Trust me, if there was something wrong with Final Cut Pro, I'd be the first to bash on it, because I love bashing on Mac. But there really isn't. It's a good piece of software, especially when you're transitioning to a little bit more of a professional feel. But having said all that, I think DaVinci Resolve is better than all of the above. After using DaVinci Resolve for over 12 hours yesterday, editing videos and just using it, dude, I'm sold. 100% sold that it's better than everything I just mentioned. Yeah, that's true. Blender can be good by my logic. I agreed, Peter, but I think with Blender, it has a lot of capabilities. The capabilities of Kdenlive are very limited by comparison to any other professional software. Blender, on the other hand, oh my God, it has so many capabilities. So it's definitely not always true when comparing FOSS to paid proprietary products, for sure. Some free and open source projects are absolutely amazing. Blender is definitely one of them. My God, you have to have a PhD to use the damn thing, but it is like some of the stuff you can produce is top notch. Kdenlive there's nothing produced in Kdenlive that some pros using somewhere in like Hollywood. That just doesn't exist. But Kdenlive is good. I don't want to deter anybody. For someone starting out, Kdenlive is great. I think Kdenlive will get there, yeah. GIMP is it's somewhere in the middle. So Blender's like the top tier. You could be a professional creating animations in it and sell that to anybody. GIMP is very powerful and it has a huge feature set, but sometimes the development makes me go, oh, God bless, I got to redo this stuff, where I don't know any professional using GIMP. But I use GIMP still. I use script foo and all that stuff, but I'm like a power user, but not a professional user, if that makes sense. Like a professional user is someone that just is like a graphic artist. I don't know of anybody that would not use Photoshop in that regard. And trust me, I hate Adobe. I'm never going to tell you to use Photoshop or any Adobe product. I hate them with just a burning passion in my soul, and they're milking you for like $40 a month or whatever their subscription model is. But I use GIMP not because it's necessarily the best. I use GIMP because I don't want to give money to Adobe. I use it out of spite, but it is not necessarily the best product, especially compared to the feature set of Photoshop. I'll give some up, but GIMP is a good alternative for people that just want to edit a photo or make a YouTube thumbnail. That stuff's not complicated. You don't need all that crap that Photoshop gives you. And that's why I don't really bother with Photoshop and why I still use GIMP. It's good enough. But I use GIMP just out of my burning hatred of Adobe and Photoshop. not from any kind of other perspective. So, yeah. All right, let's go Podman. Let me just clone the repo. All right. Sounds good to me. Let's go here. We're just going to go into build, git clone. We'll clone resolve. All right. What do we got for instructions? Download the official zip file from Blackmarker and Marker. Move that zip file to container resolve and rename it to be in this format. Okay. Home containers resolve. Okay. So let's go home containers. Okay, let's go make directory containers. CD containers, make directory resolve. Copy CD into resolve. Let's copy home downloads. DaVinci resolve linux.zip to here. Verify our path again. Yeah, and GIMP's good. I would say the latest update to GIMP kind of pissed me off. You're gonna laugh on this one, Peter. I was on Arch when it really happened because Arch has the latest version of GIMP. It broke all the legacy script foo scripts. So like all of my shadows and drops, the stuff I was using for thumbnails, all of it broke. And I was just like, oh, I can't. I still need to update that stuff. And I just, oh man, I opened up script foo and I was just like, yeah, this is gonna take a while. I'm gonna just gonna use Windows or an older version of Linux until I convert those script foo files to, I think it's GIMP 3.0. Yeah, it's a bit brutal, but I'm still using it. Still using it. I'm not switching off, or just downgrade the package. Yes, Valor, that would be also the best method. You can just keep rocking an older package. It's not that big a deal. So true. All right, so we have resolve. We have this. Change the directory and build the resolve container image with, Oh, I see what I did. I didn't need to do it this way. Well, I was just blindly following the instructions. I'm such a doofus. Let's just RM containers. We'll just trash that real fast. Go into build, CD resolve. We're just gonna use it from in here. Let's do another copy of downloads. Resolve, or DaVinci resolve zip. Just copy that here. Okay. So that's there. Is this only for NVIDIA? I guess we'll find out. Resolve's latest 18.5. I thought we just downloaded it, right? Before we started the stream. Didn't we? I thought we did ng look too. Oh well. I'm blind. Sorry guys. Yeah. It's 18.5 is the latest? You sure? Yeah, it says 18.5. I downloaded this version, so this must be 18.5. Oh, it's in beta. I almost want to try the beta, but I don't think that'll work either. I think it'll just be more of the same. Wonder, can you just grab these and... I wonder if I can... Should be like a setting for... Might mess with that a little bit. I can't remember what the setting is for auto readjust. All right, let's try to build this and see what we get. Install NVIDIA. Oh, hell. Okay. Yeah, this is a good project, but I think it relies on NVIDIA. Is there a way to cheese it and not use NVIDIA? Did I miss the requirements? Pretty sure we're going to need NVIDIA. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like NVIDIA needed. Damn it. It's right in the title. I should have seen that. Oh, yeah. Nope, that's not going to work. I was like, well... Yeah, that's another thing, like a lot of Resolve I've noticed, they really love NVIDIA. I mean, now, it sounds like I'm complaining a lot here on this stream. I just want to make one thing abundantly clear. What I'm trying to do, I understand, and I'd be okay with just buying an NVIDIA chip. It's not that big a deal. And I might just do that to run Resolve in Linux. Because I would love to just do this and not have to use Mac ever again in Final Cut Pro. Because I do think Resolve is where my future... I know where that's going to be my future workflow. Yeah, the AMD GPU Pro drivers I don't think work in Fedora. Unless someone else mentions it. Oh, yeah. NWG Look, I actually installed already, I believe. Yeah, we have NWG Look. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't... Did it not keep my... maybe not. Okay. Yeah. I already had NWG Look. We built it the other day on the Hyperland stream. I don't know why it was... do we not have... Huh. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. NWG looks awesome for any Wayland users out there. I do like this project. I'm going to start... We're going to come back to... Oh, jeez, I'm in the wrong... 1 second. Let's just copy this. Let's paste this. Oh, wait, no, here you have it over here. I'm not signing in over here. 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'm going to sign in. All right, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? GitHub. Silly two-factor. Alright, come on. Sent you a sign-in request on your... Did you? I didn't get it. Alright, let me refresh this again. Alright. Fine. Use my two-factor. That was weird. Alright, well anyways. I got it signed in. Yeah, what do we got? Yeah, thanks, Barky. And Drummer sent me something too. Oh, yeah. Drummer, I will definitely hit you up on the Mac Mini. So that's a kind of a bummer. Let's reboot into Windows and see how it does. I'm curious. I just want to see the 5700 work. Let's try old Windows. Right? Oh, Hardware Canucks. After years of finally complaining, he finally switched to PP. What's that, Premiere? I'm not running it in Wine. That's not happening. Get out of here with that. We're going to be compiling literally gigs of files in Wine. You got to be... Get out! Out! No! Don't use Wine for crap like that. That is just a terrible idea. What? Stop. Don't do drugs. They're bad. Come on. Guys, I love Linux, but come on. Let's just not say, let's run some janky Wine-based Windows applications. That ain't a solution. You ain't helping anybody out. That just makes people think that Linux sucks because things just crash all the time. Having said that, Wine does work really well for games. So you guys just wanted to see, it, the pain and suffering. All right, let's get going here. Oh my goodness. What do I have up here? This is when I was doing the C# programming. Let's download DaVinci Resolve. I just want to see it work. Does it work well with AMD cards? Did they improve it? Because at one time, even on Windows, I want to say AMD kind of sucked. Correct? I think I'm correct in that. All right. I don't know why they don't have like a sign-in or I'm missing it, but kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. All right, here we go. There we go. Let's download it twice. How about not? All right. Yeah, there we go. Tra said, I've been using Resolve for a couple years now. I won't go back to Premiere. My man. That's what I'm talking about. Premiere can suck it. We're not using Premiere. I will never, ever, ever use Premiere. Ever. I would rather go back to Final Cut Pro on a Mac than use Premiere. Premiere, never. You heard it here. Never, ever, ever. Oh, yeah. The Piotr Miller. We can take a look at that real fast, Harry. Miller GitHub. Let's see. I know I was using some of his projects already. Like, we already had... I showed you NWG Look on Hyperland. Super awesome. Dang, look at that. 2,000 contributors. Dang. Dude is... He's a G. I need to be following him. What other repositories he have? 38. Yeah. Oh, look at that. NWG Doc Hyperland. What's that? Nice. Oh, it's a floating dock down there. Okay. I don't like docks. If that's your thing, then probably check that out. NWG displays, output management utility for Sway and Hyperland. I think we were using that other one we just installed, NWG bar. I've messed around with that a little bit. Not a huge fan of it. NW shell. I don't know what that is. I'll need to come back to it. But yeah, he does a lot of great stuff for anybody using Wayland. I mean, everyone's using at least one of his projects. I've used several of them over the past couple months as I've delved into the Wayland side of things. All right, let's see how hard it is to install DaVinci Resolve on Windows. I should have probably extracted that first, but whatever. Yeah. Almost everything's Fedora on this one. This is a dual boot, obviously, Windows and Linux. Yeah, the panel's pretty cool, Harry. I've done that as well. All right. Well, did Fairlight not get going there? Audio accelerator tool. I kind of want that. I should have probably clicked that. Fairlight's pretty cool. I still haven't mastered it. This last video I did in for Titus Pi that uses Fairlight and DaVinci, and my EQ, I screwed up my low end, so I was like a little bit tinny, a little bit airy in my voice. Art Survivor's like, hey, am I misreading this? I gotta type what's up twice, because this sure as hell looks like Windows. Yeah, you think that C# libraries would be bundled with Windows. Maybe they do it from a bloat perspective? I don't know. That's a good point, Peter. Yeah. If you're a member over on like christitus.com, you can just grab the Titus Pi ISO or buy it. I have the cttstore.com/Titus Pi. But I encourage people to build it themselves, unless you just want to support the project and kick me a couple bucks. I'm totally cool with that too. Oh yeah. Well, go download it. No, so the Pi is actually using Raspbian. So I used Raspbian Server Spin, their light version, to build on top of it. We did dude, Peter, you missed out. That was like a 2 or 3 day long stream of me building that distro. It was fun, and the end result was pretty darn good. Obviously, as you saw in the video today. Yeah, man, that was cool. That was really cool. I enjoyed it. All right, let's see what we got. So Debian, yeah, for the most part. Raspbian holds a couple packages back from the official Debian, which is strange because Debian's ARM spin's pretty good. Arch's ARM spin's really good, actually, Peter. Last time I was on, I needed something, and a lot of the ARM packages over on Debian were just so darn old, and when I was doing Hyperland, I wanted to do a Hyperland ARM spin, and I ended up going to Arch ARM because a lot of the tools over there were developed, where Debian they were just completely gone. You had to build everything from scratch. So very, very interesting. Oh, you know what? I think let's rerun that utility. Maybe I can just add on to it. All right, let's see. Continue. All right, let's go. Quick setup. Look at that. Kind of makes me sad that it's this easy. I mean, some things were just easier in Windows. I mean, I guess he could have chosen a different distro. That's too damn funny.